Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This lecture is for BBA 2. The subject is Principles of Microeconomics. This is our lecture 6, which is delivered by Ms. Zahra Arif. Today in this lecture, we will discuss about the types of elasticity of demand. We have already discussed one type, that is price elasticity of demand. Now we will discuss the cross elasticity of demand and income elasticity of demand. Here we can see that elasticity of demand is of three types: price elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand, and cross elasticity of demand. We have already discussed price elasticity of demand in our previous lecture. In this lecture, we will discuss about the income elasticity of demand and cross elasticity of demand. First of all, we will discuss about income elasticity of demand. Income elasticity of demand is a measure of how much the quantity demanded of a commodity responds to a change in the income of that person. Or in the other words, it is the ratio of percentage change in quantity demanded of a commodity to a percentage change in income. In a formula, we can write it as EP is equals to percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in income. It could be negative, it could be positive. Types of income elasticity of demand. Firstly, we will discuss about the normal good or superior good. Then we will discuss about the inferior goods. Normal goods. Income elasticity of demand for normal goods is always positive, or it is greater than 0. Income elasticity of demand of normal goods is generally divided under the following subheadings, that is equal to unity, less than unity, or more than unity. Income elasticity of demand equals to unity. Income elasticity of demand is equals to unity means 1 when a proportion of income spent on goods remains the same even after increase in income. For example, if income doubles, the demand also doubles. Income elasticity of demand less than unity. Income elasticity of demand is less than unity when the proportion of income spent on goods decreases after increase in income. For example, demand will not increase in the same ratio as the income. It will increase less than the increase in income. Let's suppose your income has increased by 50%, but the demand of the particular product has only increased by 20%. That is income elasticity demand less than 1. Income elasticity demand is more than 1 when the proportion of income spent on goods increases after increase in income with more proportion. For example, demand will not increase in the same ratio as income. It will increase more than the increase in income. For example, if your income increases by 50%, then the demand of that particular product will increase by, let's suppose, 70%. Then the income elasticity of demand would be more than unity. Income elasticity of demand of inferior good. With the increase in income, the demand of such commodity falls. Then the good under consideration are known as inferior good. For example, increase in income will decrease the demand for second-hand goods. Remember that income elasticity of demand for inferior goods is always negative or it is less than 0. Cross elasticity of demand. Cross elasticity of demand is a measure of how much the quantity demanded of a commodity A responds to the change in the price of commodity B. Means that the price of one commodity changes, as a result, the quantity demanded of other commodity changes. In other words, it is the ratio of percentage change in quantity demanded of a commodity A to the percentage change in the price of commodity B. It can express in a formula like ET is equals to percentage change in quantity demanded of commodity A divided by percentage change in the price of commodity B. Types of cross elasticity of demand. This cross elasticity of demand is divided into three more types, that is substitute goods, complementary goods and unrelated goods. Number 1, substitute goods. If there is a direct relationship between the price of one commodity with the demand of other commodity, then the goods under consideration are known as substitute goods. For example, if the price of the Pepsi increases, as a result, the demand for Coke also increases. So these two goods are known as substitute goods. Or we can say that if the price of Hardee's burger has increases, then the demand of Subway burger has also increases. So these are the substitutes. Or we can say that tea and coffee are the substitutes. That if the prices of tea increases in winter, then as a result, the demand for coffee will increase in winter. So these two goods are substitutes, that there is a direct relationship between the price of one commodity with the demand of other commodity. So as there is a positive relationship between these two, so always remember that the cross elasticity of substitute goods is always greater than 0, or we can say that it is always positive. Second, complementary goods. If there is an inverse relationship between price of the commodity with the demand of the other commodity, then the goods under consideration are known as complementary goods. For example, if the price of car increases, as a result, the demand for petrol decreases. So these two goods are complementary goods. Or we can say that bat and ball are also complementary goods. That if the price of bat increases, people will demand less bats. So if they demand less bats, so it means they need less balls. So these two goods are complementary goods. Or we can say that pen and ink are also complementary goods. That if the prices of pen increases, if the prices of pen increases, as a result, what happened to the ink? The demand of ink decreases. Why? Because when the prices of pen increases, people will demand less pens. When they will demand less pens, it means they need less ink. So the increase in the price of one commodity causes the decrease in the demand of the other commodity. So we can see that there is an inverse relationship between the price of one commodity and the demand of another commodity. So there is an inverse or a negative relationship between these two. So we can conclude that the cross elasticity of complementary goods is always less than 0, or we can say that it is always negative. Number third is unrelated goods. If there is no relationship between price of one commodity with the demand of other commodity, then the goods under consideration are known as unrelated goods. For example, if price of pizza increases, as a result, the demand for furniture remains the same, then these two goods are unrelated goods. Look, that the price of one commodity is not changing the demand of other commodity. For example, the price of jewelry will not change the demand of the scenery. The price of microwave will not change the demand of the bed, will not change the demand of the carpet. So we can see that there is no relationship, there is no link between the price of one commodity and the demand of other commodity. When we can see that there is no link, then we can conclude that the cross elasticity of demand of unrelated goods is always zero. Now, what you need to do, you have to write three examples for the substitute goods, for the complementary goods, and for the unrelated goods. And also, you have to write three examples of the income elasticity of demand in case of normal goods and inferior goods. Submit it to me in a group. Thank you.